Be here now, all the saints and sadhus, holy men, and savants, spiritual savants, sants, Gyanis, avatars, Mahasivratri, Christ, Krishnas, Buddhas, Lao Tzus, Moseses, and so forth. Their primal thrust, the vector of all their teachings was compassion. This we know Buddha for, because he was an avatar of compassion. But it's not isolated to Buddha alone. It's the main prerequisite for all spiritual life. Just like when you get an BA, and then you get an MA, and then you get a PhD, like that, you graduate into the higher consciousness of spiritual life by, first of all, if you want to have a Kundalini awakening, if you want to get enlightenment, the primary requisite is the ancient Hindu Vedic teachings of all the sons and spiritual entities, and that is compassion. Compassion is nonviolence. Compassion is non-hurtfulness. And people that teach otherwise are not bringing you along on the right path. You have to seek good company, people who don't engage in gossip and denigrating other human beings and persecuting someone else because they're of a different religion. Because we're all brothers and sisters. We all share the same consciousness. The black man, the brown man, the yellow man, the red man, and the white man. There is no special consciousness for an Oriental and then another one for an Occidental. It's the same cosmic conscious mind that is in all individuals. And the physical body, whether if the skin is a different color or the hair is a different way, and the eyes are of a different way, all these are nothing but superficial body, anamaya kosha, physical vehicle manifestations. It's the same divine soul in all beings. You're all brothers and sisters and have obviously the same Father. And so when you're looking out at someone from another race, you shouldn't look askance with jaundiced eye, because you're looking at your same self in another body of another race. But it's the same self that's dwelling in there. If a man was wearing a blue coat and it looks at someone else wearing a different coat with disfavor because it's of a different color, that would be stupid. That would be ridiculous. Discriminating against someone because they're wearing a different colored coat. Well, that's exactly what the body is. It's a different color and type of coat. But what's inside, the same divine soul, is the same in all beings, regardless of the coat or the color of the skin or identity, and so forth and so on. So these are all superficial things. And man has fallen into error, and he has to correct that. He has to wake up, because that's all unwakefulness. And when you're awake, the only thing you can do is good, because you're awake. And if you're not awake, then, like I said before, if you're not awake, and then you engage in ahimsa, which is violence. So all these forms of violence, and there are many forms of violence. There's physical violence, there's mental violence. Just thinking an ill thought of someone, you've already done violence. See? And so you have to clean up all the bodies, and so that they're pure. And once you have cleaned all the bodies, they are pure, then the body becomes immortal. It becomes divine, and it never perishes. It lasts forever. That's when you purify all the bodies, meaning the physical, the vital, the mental, the intellectual, and the soul bodies. We have 5 bodies, the sacred 5, the 5 bodies, the 5 senses, the 5 elements, the 5 pranas, so forth and so on. We have 5 bodies. When you purify one body, you become a Buddha. When you purify the other body, you become a Shankara or a Patanjali. When you purify another body, you become a Christ. You can raise the dead. And when you purify the physical body, you enter Sarupa Samadhi, you become immortal. And so if you purify all your bodies through good actions, then you have achieved the immortal and deathless body that never dies, and you live forever. And you have every city and power imaginable. Not the 12 major, the 8 major cities and the 32 minor cities of Nirvikalpa, but you have thousands of cities. You can touch a chair and turn it into a human being. You can do unbelievable things. You become the body of God on earth. So, in closing, let me say that one word is a very, very important word, and we should impress upon it in our minds and in our souls to treat all life with respect, because everything that lives is sacred and divine. The world is really sacred, and everything in it is sacred, especially human beings with divine souls is sacred. And the average man cannot see the sacredness because he doesn't have his spiritual equipment tuned up to a higher level. When you've tuned up your spiritual equipment to a higher level, this is your consciousness, then you see everything like it truly is. Like William Blake said, everything, the essence of everything is divine. There's nothing in the universe that isn't divine. So in the last analysis, there are no heritage. There are no infidels. This slander and name-calling, and they are all our divine brothers and sisters. And it's time for the world to manifest love, which is not a feminine preoccupation, but it is a divine attribute. It's the highest attribute of human life. It's the attribute of the Divine Mother, and the whole universe is a manifestation of the Divine Mother, Saguna, form. It's not a fixation on the female. It's just a simple fact that the universe is Saguna, form. It's all the Mother, the Divine Mother. And man has to manifest the feminine principle of the Divine Mother, which is love, compassion, and sensitivity. It's not sissy. Sissy is to be rude and insulting and hurtful. That's sissy. That's weakness. That's a real sissy. It takes, the stronger a man becomes, the more gentle and more sensitive he becomes to another human being. That's a true man. So let's not have second-class males. Let's not have excuses for a man. Be a good man and stop all violence right now, because we're headed for nuclear war if we don't. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Love and peace and blessings to all mankind. May we all be enlightened and attain cosmic consciousness, our true state and our true nature. That's who we are.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om.
Om.